Okay, let's put it all together with metronome, counter, select, and the little make a bleep sound player we built, just to build a simple sequencer. So metronome is going to do our counting. So we turn that on. It's going to every 500 milliseconds generate a bang. We could connect that up to our counter. So in that case, now we're counting from 1 to 8. We could then use select to listen for those notes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this object here, select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, is going to listen to for the specific numbers that counter is generating. So we just connect that up here, and now those buttons fire off in sequence 1 through 8 at the speed determined by the metro frequency. And then I have those generating MIDI numbers here that I can send into the make a bleep thing. So let's take those. So we have a little, Mary had a little lamp sequencer. So that's the essence of building a sequencer. I'll cut that connection so we can hear. So you've got a metronome that drives the whole thing. This is like the engine. Metronome is the engine that drives everything. Metronome goes into a counter. The counter just counts up 1 through 8 and then repeats. Select is going to split off those notes into individual button presses that you can use to drive things, like in this case, to drive messages that have MIDI notes in them. The MIDI notes then generate the actual individual notes. So we put it all together into this little guy down here, this little simple sequencer. We've got another copy of the make a bleep here. We've got, I'll turn this off. We've got a metro going into a counter, going into select, and let's see what this sounds like. So this does show that you can have notes that, so in this case, like notes 2 and 3 are both driving the same message. So in other words, the same, they're generating the same note.
Yeah.
So, and the same thing happening with these notes here. So let's see what that sounds like. Now I can go into the make a bleep and change the envelope while it's playing.
For those who don't know out there, can you briefly say what an envelope is?
Yeah, sure. Let me turn this on for a second. So what an envelope is when I press a key on this simple synthesizer here that makes a little tone, I can change how the sound ramps down. So without any envelope, it's just going to play until, well, I think so that plays for 1 second.
Right.
But I could determine graphically sort of how I want it to ramp down. So here I could have it ramp down nice and smooth. Or I could have it ramp down and then ramp back up. I could put new nodes in here. So that's going to sound a little weird, but let's see what that...
It's got like a little ending hiccup.
Yep. That's if
envelope.
you shift click on these, they go away. So let's see. There you go. That's an envelope. So that's how you build. This is the most basic sequencer you can build. We're going to add to this and make them more complex and more fun to play with. But this is how sequencers work, essentially, at their most basic. All right. Stop.